Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Update Special Edition, Baseball Only. Now, why am I doing this? Just for the hell of it. So, obviously, tonight, Game 4 of the World Series is occurring with the Astros winning in Game 3 and therefore pushing it to a Game 5, which, of course, may be controversial, but I won't talk about it. And yes, I'll say it, it's the curse of 8. You win 8 consecutive playoff games, you will possibly, well, there's a good chance you're going to lose. Okay, so let's talk about Game 1. Okay? Game 1 started. Game 1 started at 7:10 p.m. with the game going 3 hours and 43 minutes. So the game started at 7:10. It ended at 10:53 p.m. All right. So the plays, the big plays, obviously, Gurriel hit a two-run double, scoring Springer and Altuve. Zimmerman and Soto both homered. Zimmerman's coming in the top of the second. Soto tying it in the top of the fourth. Eaton hit a single to score Suzuki. Soto hit a double to score Robles and Rendon, and that turned out to be the winning run right there. Rendon carried the winning run. Springer extended his World Series home run streak to 5 in the bottom of the 7th, and then he hit a double to score Kyle Tucker, but that would be that, Oh well. So that game was very interesting, obviously, but it was a good game. And then Game 2 happened. That game started at 7:08 p.m. and it ended at 11:09 p.m. because of the 12 runs the Astros allowed. And after the first two games, obviously people were thinking, hey, the Nationals could possibly sweep the World Series. But you'll find out why we're going to have Game 5. And if you're listening to this, you're pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious why. Okay, then. So, in Game 2, Rendon got the scoring started with a 2-run double to score Trey Turner and Adam Eaton. But then Alex Bregman said, oh yeah? Boom. Score 2, and that would be the last runs until the top of the 7th when the floodgates opened, all because of a Kurt Suzuki home run. And where was that pitch? But up and a little bit away. Then Kendrick hit a ground ball to Alex Bregman. Turner went to third. Soto went to second. Robles scored. And then Asdrubal Cabrera, hit a line drive to George Springer. Turner and Soto scored. Kendrick went to second. And then Zimmerman hit a ground ball to Bregman, and he committed an error that allowed Zimmerman to go to second. Kendrick and Cabrera scored, and at that point it was 8-2. And then to add more insult to injury, Adam Eaton hit a 2-run blast to score Victor Robles and himself, and then Asdrubal Cabrera hit another single to score Juan Soto. And then, top of the ninth, Michael A. Taylor hit a home run, 12-2. Martin Maldonado hit a home run and in the bottom of the ninth, but it was too little, too late. But as I mentioned earlier, Game 3 is very, very interesting. Reddick hit a bloop single that turned into a double and scored Correa. Then Brantley hit a single to Asdrubal Cabrera, which was deflected by Sanchez. Altuve scored. Then Robles hit a triple, scoring Zimmerman. Brantley hit a ground ball to Eaton. Altuve scored. And that would prove to be the winning run. Well, actually, Robles' triple proved to be the winning run. Brantley hit a single to score Altuve, as I just mentioned. And Chirinos hit a home run on a sinker that didn't sink as well as you thought. And the game started at 8:07, and it ended at 12:10 a.m. So I wonder if Joe Buck said, "We will see you later tonight." All right. So Game 4 is going to be tonight at 8:07 Eastern, 5:07 Pacific. Game 5 is tomorrow at 8:07 Vin, of course. And that'll be the same. It'll be the same time for Games 6 and 7 on Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, but if you're not interested in the World Series, you're just interested in watching something else, there are winter leagues, and the most prominent one is the Arizona Fall League. You know, the Desert Dogs, the Javelinas. I'll go through each one, okay? So, the AFL has 6 teams, all of which have 5 teams affiliated with that one team. The Glendale Desert Dogs are affiliated with the White Sox, the Reds, the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Cardinals. The Peoria Javelinas are affiliated with the Red Sox, Astros, Pirates, Padres, Mariners. The Surprise Saguaros are affiliated with the Orioles, Royals, Yankees, Rangers, and Nationals. The Scottsdale Scorpions are affiliated with the Braves, Mets, Phillies, Giants, and Blue Jays. The Salt River Rafters are affiliated with the Diamondbacks, Rockies, Marlins, Twins, and Rays. And the Mesa Solar Sox are affiliated with the Cubs, Indians, Tigers, Angels, and Athletics. Gee, I wonder if it was interesting after the 2016 World Series. In fact, before this year, I wonder if it was kind of awkward. Probably not for some team, but, you know. Speaking of awkwardness, I believe the Astros and the Nationals share a home, so what would it be like if they actually play next year against one another in spring training, which is actually a couple of months away? So there's that. All right, let's talk about the scores. The last games of the year all went 7 innings, and the Surprise Saguaros defeated the Glendale Desert Dogs the Glendale Desert Dogs defeated the Surprise Saguaros 5-3. The Salt River Rafters defeated the Peoria Javelinas 6-1. And the Mesa Solar Sox blanked the Scottsdale Scorpions 3-0. Okay. So, the AFL East went to the Salt River Rafters, who went 17-11-1. They tied with the Mesa Solar Sox, who went 15-13-1. And the Scottsdale Scorpions claimed the worst record at 12-17-0. In the West, it was a little more competitive as the Surprise Saguaros went 17-12-0, clinching the best record. The Glendale Desert Dogs and the Peoria Javelinas both went 14-15. So that means there were only 3 teams. Well, actually, obviously half the teams are going to have a winning record. The other half are going to have a losing record. So there's that. And then they had Mexican teams this year. The Miles and Navojoa, there we go, were the only teams to actually get a win, going 1-0. The Tomateros de Culiacan didn't play. The Naranjeros de Hermosillo went 0-1, along with the Yaquis de Obregón. The Carneros de los Mochis went 0-2. And the Águilas de Mexicali are 0-3. That's that. Okay, so what about the Fall League Championship game? Okay, it started earlier this year to basically get the prospects out of AAA, AA, all that stuff sooner, which I don't buy. And of course, if you're listening to this, it is 8 a.m. as I mentioned when this video does come out. And today at 11:08 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, or Mountain Summer Time, the championship game between... Fuck me, I forgot already. The Fall League Championship game will pit the Salt River Rafters and the Surprise Saguaros. So, yeah, so it's 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. There we go, okay? Okay. So, hope you enjoyed this. Next week, I will be discussing the Surprise Saguaros and the Salt River Rafters championship game. and I'll also be discussing the World Series, okay? See you next week. Bye-bye.